Would be nice, but I'm highly skeptical. You know, for now, just stay at the BRB screen. Welcome, mate.
Welcome back.
Shower is occupied.
Oh, okay.
You should borrow mine instead. I'm not using it.
Okay. When was the last time you used it?
The shower specifically, or the bathroom?
The shower.
About 2 years ago. I don't shower. I take baths.
Oh, okay.
When you don't shower, it's like, huh?
Yes, I was about to question that.
Right, it broke sonar. God dang it. Let me hop in the shower with you, Ryan.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Bass, by the way. Oh, and Sherry, if you're there. I didn't notice you were there. I was preoccupied. Oh, and Lily. And I guess Troy and Lexi.
Now, I'm hoping this will run without my intervention of using TS4. If it runs at all. Please run, I beg. Yeah.
Follow up to that horrendous crime earlier. Nestle says 413,793 Kit Kat candy bars stolen en route from Italy to Poland.
Oh, I'm sure they were. Yeah, give me a minute while I try to get this working. Nick.
Yes? That- Let's see. Oh, I thought that was a nail polish that was um titled that, but damn, I need that. I'll be back.
Yay. Download the fucking thing. Well, nice to know we're not doing anything for a while.
Oh, wow.
No. Sad. Will I just play something else randomly for a bit?
Back to the repair shop we go.
No, we're not going back to the repair shop. Hey, I don't accidentally boot porn games. I knowingly boot porn games. There is a difference. Mm. 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 Well, this sucks. I might actually have to boot up something else. What do you want to say? Dialogue?
What was that? Sorry? Blah.
Wah.
Blah. Yes.
Let's initialize.
Oh, this game. Yes.
Probably. But I just want to play something for like the next 45 minutes or so. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing over there? I seem to have gotten a bit used to life in Chroma City. Instead of the rising sun, I've started dividing my days by payment approval insufficient funds. That hurts. The light monopolies by Sunshine Corp has replaced the sun, and most things have sold with price tags. I wish beer was the only thing I had to pay for. Understandable.
I'm gonna go shower now.
Okay.
See you, friend.
Right, the
Oh,
price
wow.
of beer went up again
What's up,
recently. Everything is going up except for two things, the sun and my income. But Michelle, everything comes at a high price except for the value of labour. But I can find some stability, at least while I'm working. When I drifted here after we parted ways, I thought my incompetence was the reason for our breakup. And that thought still weighs me down. I can't say things are completely different now, but here at least, while I'm holding on to my work, that way it lifts up, just for a moment. Regardless of how much I earn, for that time at least, I have the assurance that I won't collapse. And the people I meet, the conversations I have, and what I've come to feel. I'm going to tell you about it. The second floor of the commercial district, slightly away from the city centre. Repair clinic dialogue. A place where the outside noise recedes with just a few words of small talk. Don't criticise my naming skills. In Chroma City, they give estimates for heartbreaks in charge for repairs. Lame. I said the name is totally lame. And Chris, did you have a beer? What with the sentimental nonsense this early in the morning? I was thinking about a customer from yesterday, and I couldn't help it. He came in saying his portable virtual chip was stuck, but maybe activated during repairs because he started running around the room like crazy, swinging a leather belt at me. Thanks to him, my dial equipment almost bit the dust too. That's because you have such a shady and lame name. Only customers fitting that description would show up. Don't tell me. You're talking about the oasis of Chroma City, bathed in neon light. D1AL-ogue Repair Clinic? Our repair clinic is an all-around sanctuary that provides not just quick and accurate repairs, but also emotional stability through comfortable conversation. That shady name is exactly why Eves needing repairs turn away and go elsewhere. Emotional stability for Eves? Nah, it feels less like shady and more like creepy. Is that why you habitually make Eves wet themselves? Huh? Be precise is the act of discharging over Eve, they call it. Your phrasing is misleading. Same difference. What do you mean, same difference? You're probably the only one who describes it like that. Yeah, stop spouting nonsense so early and check your equipment already. Are you not opening business today? You used to love stories like this. Even though you used to sing about wanting to become an Eve when you were little. Shut up. Seemed like the hangover from yesterday's beer is pretty bad. And speaking of Eves, why don't you replace the outdated equipment in your repair clinic? Using a dial when D5AL is already out is disrespectful to them. What you're overlooking is that DXAL equipment is strictly specialized for diagnosis. Diagnostic performance was so good from the first generation that even with the 5th generation out, it hasn't improved dramatically. Then what's different? The main advancements are in unit synthesis. Honestly, I thought it was about to say price tag. Convenience in the synthesis process, overclocking synthesized parts, firmware modification, etc. However, I can make up for the dial's lagging synthesis performance purely with a touch of my fingertips. It's actually kind of impressive. Crucially, if I upgrade to a newer generation, why is there an extra subscription fee? There would be no point in having registered the business as D1AL-ogue. So what you're saying is he's a girl's frontline player? Got it. You don't seem to get it. A little wit breathes vitality into a weary life, and also, seeing this strangely named repair clinic operating normally, I guess your skills really are unquestionable. Then it should be a breeze if I suddenly test you with the standard DXAL practical level 1 mock maintenance, right? Practice repair. Prove Michelle wrong about your skills. Takamos 20. It's been a while since last mock maintenance. Let's take it step by step. You can check the damaged parts on the dial that need repair right now. Hover damaged parts to see the required units. Let's select the damaged part to repair. Dial consists of 4 layers and 6 indices. Each module can be moved by dragging it to swap places with adjacent modules up, left, down or right. Moving modules uses dial's battery. If you use up all the battery, you can't move anymore. Let's try moving a module. By dragging a module, right click to cancel the move. If you move modules to line 3 or more, they synthesize into a higher tier unit. If you synthesize modules a total of 10 times, the battery overcharges and increases max capacity. You can check the current damage location and required units on the right panel. Copy your mouth over each damage location and see the required unit. Inside the required unit and move it to a damaged location. You can also repair using a higher tier unit. Not quite too sure what I'm doing, honestly. Stop doing that. Placing required unit on the damage spot activates the replace button. Is there a replacement one? Well, let's keep going to like the next damage part. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, interesting. Case requires multiple types of units. The info panel will show the required unit colors for each position. Replace the units according to the colors to replace them. Okay. Wait, I'm an idiot. They're in the correct place, aren't they? Oh, right. Shh. Now it's like the final damage part. The last damage part requires a high tier unit. The unit appearance high tier are performed by pressing tab. Use D1AL-ogue special function, the gauge bar on the left. Then there's charges for the corresponding time with 4 or more modules synthesized. When they charge, click the gauge in the module or unit or another type to convert it. Make a mistake, I think it's hopeless. Press the restart button to try the repair again. Oop. Let's get check gauge charging the user charge to change types while repairing. I guess. I don't get how they combine. Oh, you need 3 of them, okay. Well, satisfied now? That's really amazing. Honestly, I knew you ran a repair clinic, but I didn't know you were this skilled. Even with the latest D5 equipment, it wouldn't be this fast for a level not maintenance. I see you in a new light. This is nothing. Really? Really? Because I'm screwed. If I want to attract EVE customers to this strangely named repair clinic of yours, I can't tolerate a single maintenance error. The first impression is the most important wherever you go. If you care so much about first impressions, why don't you erase that suspicious slogan on the front door? Besides, there needs to be comfort during a repair process for them to feel emotionally stable and open up. just can't understand what that creepy philosophy of yours. I should probably start opening the op shop now. Okay, talk to you later.
Yes, yeah, meow meow.
Not you.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome, this is Repair Clinic Dialogue. Hey Chris. Yeah, right. What brings you here at this hour? What about your cafe shift? Are you watching the popular show airing these days? Buff Girl O'Hara? What are you talking about all of a sudden? Are you watching it? I do watch it every week, but... Then this will be quick. In yesterday's episode, do you remember the scene where O'Hara smashed Mrs. Blind with a magical
Also,
pile driver?
top right of her.
Do you mean Dorothy? O'Hara rarely gets pushed into a corner. Seeing her fight back with a double nosebleed and crush Blind's neck for a comeback was quite the twist in many ways. That's exactly it. What exactly is it? What exactly are you trying to say? The villains showed up at our shops and they look like they desperately need that pile driver. I need you to understand. I only understood that you have a difficult customer. Could you speak a bit more clearly? They say he's a bigwig from Sunshine Corps, and claims his mere visit is a favour to this crappy shop, and threatened that he could turn all of the neon shines in this district with a single word. A different routine every day. I envy how today is unlike yesterday. Shut up. Anyway, thanks to that big shot, it's been nothing but new stability officer faces all morning. Those guys are hard to find when you actually need them, but they swarm like rats for us. I thought there was a terrorist attack or something. Oh no, D6AL? That's what happened. What brings such a person to a backwater like this? I don't know the details, but it seems he came to negotiate with the manager of this commercial district. Something about increasing the neon shine subscription fees around here starting next month. And removing the free neon shine streetlights. Controlling the light. His actions are just like Mrs. Blind. See why I brought up Buff Girl? If Mrs. Blind has appeared in reality, then a magical pile driver isn't out of the question either. Can you go and try it? It's way out of my expertise and job description, but I can mimic it. I knew it. I wanted to pour coffee on his face, but now I feel a bit better. Right, and if you're going to try it, be careful. The security is intense. You could get arrested just for keeping your hands in your pockets. Then again today, my secret power will remain hidden. Anyway, raising subscription fees is a pretty big deal. I was thinking of subscribing to a hologram figure for my lonely room, but with the increased fees, it'll be tight. Same here. Really? Eves are relatively free from LDS, so do you really need to subscribe to Neon Shine? It's only relatively free. If our condition worsens, data loss occurs, and we could have problems more serious than humans. Plus, I've got someone to look after. You mean Remy? Remy is family. It's a cat. Even robots have pets.
If you're a friend.
Exactly. Does being a cat mean it can't be family? You better watch your words in front of our Remy. Ray showed her claws, adopting an aggressive cat-like stance. Please forgive me. I'll make an exception this time. Because I'm generous. Anyway, subscription fee goes up, and I have to give up the item I was planning to buy. Is it a cat tower? What are you thinking of getting? Buff Girl collaboration merch? Oh. Exactly. They're doing a collaboration with neural stimulation unit for Eves. They announced that pre-orders will start the day the last episode airs. The things people come up with. What do you mean, the things they come up with? This collaboration product is amazing. Instead of when the empathy unit activates and overloads, it shakes your cognitive abilities, creating the illusion of transforming. It's basically another way of saying you must buy this. What on earth does that mean? And on the expression shakes cognitive abilities and illusion of transforming, seriously suspicious? Yeah, you're making a fuss over nothing. Besides, considering the chips you usually... My tongue is going. And the chips you usually use, I don't think you're in a position to talk. What do you say? Those are legitimately released VR chips, you know? And run. I didn't even put them there for you to see, you just looked at them on your own. I have no intention of respecting your tastes, but if I may give you a piece of personal advice, in a repair clinic where Eves are the main customers, displaying chips with covers showing Eves and humans getting intimate doesn't seem like a very good choice. I just put frequently used items where they're easy to see. It's inevitable in a workshop with lots of tools. I feel like I just heard some terrible information. As you did, please run. If you're lonely, why don't you find a lover? I'm sorry, but okay, I'm sorry. Ray apologized quickly. It was as if she didn't want to hear it, which is fine. Did she foresee what I was going to say? And can I ask for a simple repair? I need to create an excuse to tell the boss. Sure, repairs are always welcome. Do I not have enough to change it? That's a shame. Do you think the name Neon Shine is super tacky? Like a middle-aged man trying to look cool? Yeah, I agree with that part. It sounds like a name where they changed one syllable for neon sign and celebrated themselves for being extremely witty. It's really a comedy that the person agreeing with that has a repair clinic with a name just as bad. Wow, low blow much? Change!
Back shots immediately upon meeting her.
Exactly. What exactly does this stimulation from the empathy unit feel like? I only learned about it in theory, but I was curious since I've never felt it myself. It's similar to humans. If humans feel it through muscle contraction, blood flow changes, and hormone secretion, the Eves, that's just replaced by the empathy unit. Stimulating this directly gives quite a pleasurable feeling. So, is it like an orgasm? It doesn't match exactly, but it's probably the closest thing. Oh, so you weren't joking about orgasmsimulator.exe? And what about the collaboration merch you mentioned earlier? That's, I was just curious about what it feels like to transform. They say power surges through you. Sure, whatever. Yeah, I don't think he's going into it. I wonder why. How do I change these things exactly? Hold on. No major issues. Wow. My sit back feels completely refreshed. Is it what it feels like when the Ohara purifies the body with brief sleep? I'm guessing the answer is a no. Is it okay to mention my crude repair in the same breath as something so noble? Rude, you're too strict with yourself. No one around here can match your skills. Enough, Bray. Save that talk for after you buy me a beer. You make a fuss even when I compliment you. Not a personality. I noticed earlier your power unit was screaming again. Aren't you working yourself lately? Must be because a lot of zombies have been gathering in front of the shop lately. They practically set up camp there. Zombies? You mean flicker patients high on drugs? Usually they just stumble around spouting nonsense. Yeah. Yep, I definitely can't keep talking for long. No, those are blackouts. It's a state where even radical methods like electronic drugs can't prevent damage to the frontal lobe and neural network. You can consider their ego and personality data virtually destroyed. Lately, the media seems to just call them zombies instead of severe LDS patients. I've been here for a while, but I just thought they were drug addicts. Drug addicts are probably better off than them. Wow! Aren't they both equally in the gutter? And these junkies have an infinite love for drugs left. Blackouts are worse. Infinite love. Seeing them throw away family, lovers, and property without hesitation. Isn't that the perfect expression? No! Like, if it's not you, the world doesn't matter. Truly an impossible devotion. In contrast, blackouts are like empty shells with even their desires gone. They wander around following the light by instinct, and when they find neon shine, they swarm like gnats and won't leave. Chasing light suggests they still have at least minimal desires left. If you saw them, you'd think I'm exactly right. You know what? I'm good, thanks. They aren't moving to vine light. It's just that it's the only stimulus left that they can react to. If they crawled around looking for light normally, maybe you'd be right. Of course, they would become something even more terrible. As I recall, the shop you work at has a floor-to-ceiling glass window on one side. Right, and clearing away the net that gathers there is one of my daily tasks. That's probably the cause of 80% of my power unit overloads. And the other 20% is because of the idiot removing streetlights? Exactly! Yippee!
So basically everyone's so deprived of D vitamin that they're so less husks without it.
Understandable, really. Every day must be tough.
Name.
It gives me a headache just thinking about how much tougher it's going to get. You know what? Happiness and unhappiness are influenced more by future events than the present. Isn't there a study on human psychology? Humans and Eves are pretty much the same. Do you realise that statement conflicts heavily with your critique of my tastes before the repair? I come back because I respect it. Oh. My head feels like exploding as it is. Do you have to make me say useless things? If you plan to keep wrecking me to rip off repair fees, you'd better be prepared. I'm sorry, customer prey, Emery. Stop joking, I have to go now. Even a justified absence is a problem if it drags on. I don't want to get fired and become a zombie rubbing my face against a glass window. By now the streetlight idiot should have left the shop too. You're sharp, good sense as always. It was a pleasant conversation today, Prey. Me too. See you later, Grass. Prey hurriedly left the door with quick steps. It seems she spent more time than expected, distracted by the chat. Yeah, it's already time for lunch. Let's take a break. To me, it's all the talking that does it. I just can't keep talking repeatedly. Neve stood before me, though there was no sound of door opening. Despite her polite attitude and likeable first impression, I couldn't quite feel at ease. All TNDLS models are government-affiliated Eves, usually distinguishable by their department mark. I couldn't see any mark on the Eve before me, nor was there any other way to confirm her affiliation. Of course, nothing official in Chroma City was particularly trustworthy, but I reacted unusually sensitively to that mark. Ray says I look at that mark with the eyes of a sinner, which probably isn't polite behaviour towards a customer. Before we start, excuse me, but may I ask what specific purpose you are specialised for? If it's military, private maintenance is illegal. You wouldn't know it since I'm wearing protective gear on my day off. I am Orca O'Hara from the Urban Recovery Agency of Chroma City. You can just call me Orca for short. Although designed for rescue and disaster recovery operations, I'm a model equipped with multi-purpose functions like other Eves to reduce citizens' aversion. Rescue. You have quite an ordinary appearance for someone deployed to rough sites. In fact, it wasn't an ordinary appearance. Rescue specialized TNDLS models possess an appearance generally considered beautiful to reduce aversion. That's because we mostly rely on external equipment. The design direction of the model also has the motto universal fit. Unlike how it looks, there are many places to attach external equipment. This is for attaching the powered exoskeleton during entry, this is for the instantaneous thrust engine, and the tail part. It was quite embarrassing to watch her lift parts of the body here and there to introduce her model. but Orca seemed unaware of it and chatted excitedly for several minutes. Does this mean that she just flashed me with zero embarrassment? How is it? I understand very well that it's not military. Besides that... And nothing, I was just trying to apologise for being rude earlier out of surprise. Of course, that wasn't it. Really? I didn't feel it was that rude. That's because kind people are rare towards government-affiliated Eves. If you thought I was similar to others, then that's normal. That makes sense. What kind of maintenance is it
I
here
am
for?
back.
Oh, Frank.
Hooray.
I was recently assigned here, and so I need to submit an inspection confirmation by tomorrow. There aren't any major problems, so it shouldn't take long. I'll save after this repair. Looks that way, but you never know until you check. I'll boot up the maintenance console, so please wait a moment. Perhaps because everyone is preparing for Polar Night Day, the streets are intensely lively, aren't they? Polar Night Day, one of Chroma City's brides and a pride of brides. A holiday unique to the city and a festival ground. I'd even forgotten that it wasn't far off. It's a holiday unique to the city. Did you come for sightseeing before? You don't have to say if it's hard to talk about. No. A few years ago, I visited Chroma City due to a support request. It just happened to be Polar Night Day. There was a support request even to nearby cities? Yes. Back then, I was working in Luminance City, located south of Chroma City. It was complete chaos. The violence and confusion amidst the cheers of the festival was shocking even to me. A hologram panorama covered the sky, and below it explosions mixed with smoke. Must have been terrible. Yes, screams mixed with beautiful night views and hopeful music are quite shocking. The show went on as if indifferent to tragedy, and most of the crowd was too intoxicated by the festival to even know what was happening. The organisers, who knew about the accident, went along with it too. It was probably because of the budget. The hologram panorama, called Chromatic Zenith, is one of Chroma City's prides. They say it's for the citizens' sense of belonging, but they pour an astronomical budget into it because it's an event that generates huge tourism revenue. My throat is dying. Too much money had already been put in to cancel just because an accident occurred. So it's about money. Excluding talk of budget and compensation, all that's left in Chroma are patience. Not that I like it, but it's the unavoidable reality. That's sad. I'm sorry, I unintentionally said something depressing. It's just reality. Nothing is as boring as realistic talk. Living day by day, whether you like it or not, is reality. Even an interesting show gets boring if you watch it hundreds of times. So it's hard for the story of a day repeated thousands of times to be interesting. It's natural to be drawn to stories of vacation escapades or figures bought on impulse, rather than talk of neon shine subscription fees or utility bills. I can't accept it rationally, yet I can't help but empathize experimentally. Most hobbies are, after all, escapes from ordinary daily life. That's why people go crazy for Polar Night Day. And they still haven't told us what it is. A tourist visiting from the other side of the globe to see the chromatic scene. Because the coming tomorrow isn't enjoyable because they're tired of reality, they close their eyes and ears and force themselves to shout that they are happy now. Wanting to run away from pain is one of humans' instincts. Oops, that sounded creaky like my doll equipment again. 0 points for a sales pitch, huh? Sometimes creaking sounds make you feel alive, whether machine or human. But by any chance, are you doing maintenance with the first generation dial? Don't worry too much. I've safely repaired TNDLS models several times with this rugged friend. Why does the word safely sound so scary? Oh, the dial is ready. Shall we begin? I think she's scared. Oh dear God. You're right, she is best girl. I could leave the unit replacement for that part. How is it? Please feel free to tell me if there's any discomfort from this. No, it's much more comfortable than I thought. My worries before the maintenance were pointless. I'll pay attention next time. It actually feels smoother than the 5th generation dial. That's a relief. Should I say it tingles? It keeps throbbing. Please be a little gentler. This area is densely packed with neural elements. It's very sensitive. I bet it is. Yeah, I'm aware, but it doesn't make much difference, does it? Oh dear, I'm clumsy because it's been a while since I maintained the TNDLS. I'll try to be as gentle as possible. No, I won't. Each TNDLS model has one unique organ, right? That's right, because each model specializes in a different purpose. I've often seen animal ears or reverse joint types, but this is my first time seeing a tail. The ears of the Scholar Response Unit under the Urban Recovery Agency, to which I belong, are all TNDLS models. And we have tails like me. That's fascinating. Usually, what is this tail used for? In our case, we mainly use it to clear debris or break down walls to enter. Something used for such rough purposes? Didn't you say it was a sensitive part earlier? The external armor is high-strength special alloy, so it's fine in the field. But when opened internally for maintenance, it's almost defenseless. I'm sorry, I'll be more careful to work delicately. She enjoys it. Yeah, but it's in your mean. No. Fuck.
and thought you'd like their moaning.
Who doesn't like moaning? I mean, this is my first time. Oh, goddamn, you're right. As you said, it was a regular checkup. And there was no major problem, so it finished quickly. Now, the unknown heavy feeling that was dragging me down has disappeared. No, it's more than that, it's refreshing. That I do like. Manchi, you'll find an interested look on your face right now. Augue's reaction was so vivid that I focused without realizing it. I'm glad you're satisfied. I should be thanking you. It feels similar to that unique sensation when speeding through the city centre on a bike. Roaming Chroma City while feeling the wind directly. You have a bolder hobby than I thought. Yes. In Luminant City, my hobby was riding a bike to get some air on my days off. I don't have a car in the first place, and I like bikes. And I prefer the openness of a bike to the enclosed space of a car. That peculiar stimulation where the gaze of others mixes in a liberating feeling of being open on all sides. It feels really good. Has she realised what that sounded like? Anyway, every hobby has its own tastes. I apologise for the roughness during the maintenance. No. It's just because I'm particularly sensitive compared to the same model. Because you kept talking to me in between, I felt reassured at the end and didn't hurt at all. And my body feels completely lighter too. I can endure this much of this level of effect. Auguste started stretching her body here and there as if to show off. Carelessly, even in a narrow space. As long as she doesn't bump into anything, it's not a bad view. Actually, I didn't do much. I just replaced a few neural units to suit the environment lacking photonic data. Sorry, I couldn't help but think of photons without thinking of I want to say Star Ocean. Wrong game. Fantasy Star. You mean because that's a lack of light? Yeah, exactly. Both humans and Eves cannot live without sunlight. That's why subscribing to Neon Shine is practically essential in Chroma City. So that's why my colleagues asked if I should subscribe to Neon Shine. Because unless it's Chroma, you won't have problems due to lack of light. They made survival a paid service. Chroma claims it's the same logic as food being paid. Someday we might even get billed for breathing. Still, Eves are a bit better off. Humans can fall into depression if Neon Shine is cut off for just 2 days. They called it LDS, right? Correct. It stands for Light Deficiency Syndrome. Simply put, it's a disease caused by not receiving light. The body's signaling system gets tangled, and for Eves, noise accumulates in the photonic neural network. The depression and power drop you felt recently are probably due to this. My external equipment felt heavier than usual after coming to this city. It wasn't just my imagination. Body and mind are inseparable. Psychology inevitably changes according to the state of the body. It's funny for me and Eve to say this, but that's very mechanical. I think so too. The humans are similar, just the difference between metal and flesh. Most psychiatric drugs treat psychological problems by regulating hormones, and the medical measure during defibrillation is basically the same principle as a rebooting machine called a human. I was reading it right. Right now to do a double take. Moving by electrical signals
Also,
and psychological
one of the
and
news
emotional
pieces
judgments
outright
changing
discusses
according to
how
hardware and
ahem
bio-
realistic
also
the Eves
the
are
same.
when it comes to relations in bed.
Does it? Well, I don't have the news just yet, it seems. First thing, I don't see any reason to distinguish between humans and Eves. If that philosophy created this repair shop, it's quite cool. Personal conversation is a core service of D1AL-ogue. Anyway, you said today was your day off, right? That's right, I've been hectic with moving and dispatchables for a few days, but finally it's a break. Okay, I think I'll just save her. Oh dear. Do I actually have to find a save point? Oh no. Actually, if there are no dispatches, I mostly get some downtime. Moving alone sounds terrible. Yeah, I agree with that, but it's over. Do you have any recommended places for a change of mood? I recommend the cafe on the first floor of the building opposite. Yeah, I saw it on my way here. The name started with You mean Retro-chan. Wait, is that Re-Trojan? Yes, it's Re-Trojan. Retro... what was it? Re-Trojan. The pronunciation is a bit odd. Ah, is it that Trojan from the Trojan horse? It's as unusual a name as this place. Right. I heard from the owner that it's a combination of retro and Trojan virus. Why? It reflects the ambition to infiltrate retro trends like a Trojan virus into this flashy, high-tech city. Wow, hearing that, it sounds quite plausible. It's a retro concept cafe that's hard to find these days. And drinking the owner's hand-drip coffee is the joy of my life. A retro concept in this city. Interesting. One more thing. Avoid places with too many people. In this season, scenes of people densely gathered often leads to the sight of them being taken away by the stability officers. Thanks for your advice, Chris. When the night gets too long, people tend to get sensitive. Even if they are stability officers. Think of this city's stability officers as police in other cities. That's a mistake. Still, there's no harm in being careful. I should quietly enjoy this festive year-end atmosphere by myself. Have a good time, Orca. Thank you. See you next time. It's already evening. I should call it a day. I definitely can't play this for long. I've only been doing this for like an hour and my throat's already fucked. Okay, well hopefully I can get Phantom Pain up for next week. But if you're not here for that, we got more games tomorrow, which for the life of me I do not remember what I was playing. But in any case, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoy Metal Gear Slayiness, and until then, I shall see you next time. Bye now!
Bye bye.
Oh, let's see if I can annoy someone. Can I annoy anyone? Please tell me there's someone I can annoy. Hello, friends! Bagel is playing Power Wash Simulator, let's go annoy him. So once again, thank you very much, and I'll hopefully catch you all another time. Until then, bye bye now! Mwah, mwah. Mwah.